Alright, welcome back. This is going to be the video of how many times can I drop these little tiny bits. With these. Yep, that'll work. God damn it. It's like it was designed for it. Oh, anyway. And they're like, everyone's going to buy Joey. Throw it in Joey's. Welcome back to Unboxandconquer. Today I have Children of Morta, the board game, which I recently found out is also a video game, but I was not aware of that when I bought the board game. So if you like the video game, go ahead and go get that. I don't know anything about it. I do know a little bit about this one. So here we go. Children of Morta. What type of game is it? It is a story-driven dungeon crawler with your family. You're the Bergson family, and you're fighting corruption while leveling up your character across the campaign. And it's got asymmetrical characters in it, so everyone's going to have special powers. So you don't just pick a color and run with it, which is pretty cool. It's also cooperative, so you can't beat up your brother.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So I have the deluxe version with the with the expansion pack where you get an additional family member. I did not back this on Kickstarter. I saw a picture on the solo board gaming Reddit where they were like, this is a cool game, and I was like, that looks like a cool game. So I looked it up and I bought it because I liked what I was looking at, which I think is how most people buy things. So now that you understand how commerce work, we can open this thing. So, like I said, this is the deluxe version. I got it off the website for Ruma's Games. And, yeah, I don't know why I can't talk today. We're going to put the expansion to the side while we check out the main game. Okay, let's get into this box. This is not a very big box. Larger than some. But for a campaign game, this is looking pretty good, in my opinion, because a lot of my campaign games are the size of this table and weigh 30 pounds. This one's probably, 7. So, in the mystical realm of Rhea, where the shadows dance with secrets and ancient evils stir, a family of guardians known as the Bergsons has stood as the bulwark against encroaching darkness for generations. Take on the role of a member of the Bergson family as they try to stop the spreading corruption of evil in their beloved land of Rhea, defeat monsters and bosses to unlock upgrades for your hero, making them stronger and more prepared for what comes next. And remember, family that slays together stays together. Okay. Anyway, they got some nice foiling on the cover and probably some UV going on. And the artwork from the cover of the box looks pretty cool. But we're here to look at the components of this bag builder. That's right, it's a bag builder. First, we have the story mode book. Like I've been doing recently in my videos, we will be pulling things out and then kind of looking through them. This is the bag. This elastic strap, cord, whatever you want to call it. This feels like a sturdy enough bag. You can get your whole hand in there. When I saw some of the videos, I was like, oh man, that's a tiny bag. Here's your first player token. It is metal, and it also shouldn't be on the top there, but apparently it's wandered out of its little cubby. So we'll put it back where it belongs. You have your rule book. Oh man. It's got a lot of pages, but the writing is pretty large. So I don't think it is as thick in instruction as it looks. But it does look like it's going to cover a bunch of stuff. Now, with the deluxe version, you get the dual layered player boards. Once again, we have tokens. And we have save boxes for each family member. There are 6 if you get the expansion. We're gonna just take it all out. So you got Kevin's, because he's the yellow sorty dude. I believe this is Lucy. These are little save tuck boxes. No, wait, I think, is this Kevin? Shit. No, yes. This is John. This is Kevin. I think these are not. This is, I don't know which family member this one is off the top of my head. I think this one's Joey. The hammer. I know this one is Lydia? She's the archer, she's the daughter. And we got a lovely token box with lid. Always need that. I did not buy the upgraded dice because I feel these dice will be fine. I know the dice goblin in me is fighting hard to go back online and get those fancier dice. The upgraded dice are marbled and a little larger. So, but these are fully functional dice, and we're trying to resist the dice goblin because he is an angry little cuss. You gotta resist him. We have some wooden markers. These go on your character board to track your health and stats. There's little wooden arrows. Again, this is the upgraded one, so I'm not really sure which parts. And we gotta make some dials. Those are the dial parts. This is the, what do we got? The quest tracker, quest marker. This is what you're going to be using to go around the map with. For the standard edition. For deluxe edition, you get a metal one. It's like this. Also, this first player marker was supposed to be right there, but it fell. It popped out. Fine. Along with the deluxe edition, instead of using all the cardboard tokens, you get acrylic tokens. Lots and lots of acrylic tokens. So, you're going to build your bag, and then you're going to reach in there and you're going to pull out various of these acrylic tokens. They got all the different colors. And they are, yep, that'll work. Anyway, these are your tokens you're going to be using to fight monsters and conquer challenges throughout the game. Then you got some damage tokens. Again, these are also acrylic. You know, I'm just gonna, oh man, I could have lost them right there. Now these are like upgraded ability tokens. That's what I'm gonna call them now, because I'm not gonna look up what you get. You get your ability to fight, plus you get a resource. So some of them will give you rage and focus, and I keep dropping them, but that's okay because they're acrylic and they're tough. I will find them later. These are your individual player tokens. So you each get 3 of these, I believe. And they go on your board like so. And then these, I believe, are just health trackers or damage tokens or something. I'll have to look it up. But each character gets 3 of these. This is going to be the video of how many times can I drop these little tiny bits. There's the bits. Ah, don't drop them on the floor. Again, deluxe edition, so it comes with metal coins. This does come with everything that standard edition has as well, so I am lucky enough to be able to show you those. These are your little metal coins. Oh, here's some rage tokens, and I can't remember what the blue ones are, but I will show them to you right now. And drop one, of course. The orange ones are the rage, and the snowflake is a stun. I can't remember what the Celtic knot is, but it's in the book. And then we have these little acrylic teardrop looking things. Crystals. And then we got cards. Is there anything under the bottom? No. But it does make dumping the cards out easier. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to check out some cards. Things have been moved around. I did a quick little cut to deal with some fuzzy cat bullshit that was going on because Meep is an asshole sometimes. Aww. So we got some cards. These are upside down. Alright. So these look like your level up cards for your red player, whose name I can't remember. So each character is going to have some permanent abilities to level up through the campaign. I'm not trying to show you exactly the level ups. I'm not going to, if it's fuzzy right now, that's fine. We're going to leave it blurry so you don't get spoiled in how you level up. Then we're going to have some enemies. So we got your base enemies. I'll show you a little scorpion. Little basic enemy. And we're going to have a more advanced enemy with the red back. I'm not going to show those. And then some more advanced enemies with a green back. Well, you can see one. And then we are going to have all these cards out of the way because we don't need to look at them anymore. Ooh. We got some talent cards, I believe these are called. I mean, the book is right there. I guess I could just open her up. Oh, but it's so hard. You can't get my wrong impressions. These are bond cards. There. I did it. I didn't want to, but I did it for you guys so that I could give you the correct name instead of whatever I'll end up calling them for the rest of my time owning this. So we got some flip a token face up. What are these cards? These are definitely character related cards, but I am drawing a blank. So we'll just cheat again and look at the book. There are talent cards. Let us sneeze, Trevor. Prepare yourself. God damn it. I'll be right back. Alright, so I sneezed and messed up the whole film, but where was I? These are hazard and enemy cards. Again, yeah, basically the same setup as most of the cards in the game. I'm trying not to give too many spoilers. These are item cards, the lightning bolt. So there's an item. Perhaps I will rotate it so you can read it if you feel like it. And everyone's going to have their talent cards. So they're all going to be 1 per player. Well, 8 per player, but they're all divided up by their player color and icon. So I don't know why I was starting to set them out into the tray there, but I'm a weirdo, so... Then we have house cards, chapter cards, bond cards, and probably support cards in these larger deck. Oh, and boss cards. There's going to be the boss enemies are in here. So these are, I believe these are the house cards. Or they're, no. But it's kind of hard to see the icons in the book, to be honest, from a distance. So, support cards. They do have them numbered by how many you should have. So, these are pretty easy to figure out because it says chapter on it. So we got our chapter cards, which we're not going to look at because those are going to be like side quests during your adventure. And we have various boss cards. Again, for the sake of not spoiling a game to you guys, I'm not going to show you. But if you want to see a little bit of these, I'm going to do a little countdown. Trevor will put in a little screen. And then it's up to you if you get spoiled. So 3, 2, 1. I'm going to spoil a little bit. Okay, spoilers done. Let's look at the tokens. You will use some of these tokens as in the deluxe version as well as the base version. You obviously, this is some very thick. I know I cut my sentence off, but anyway, this is a pretty thick chipboard. Probably about 1 millimeter. If I can get it to focus a little bit. So you can, there we go. So obviously you won't be needing any of these chits because you already have the acrylic versions. But you will be using these ferocious enemy markers. You don't need those because these are the rage tokens. I believe you still need all of the bad guy markers that you put on your map and your treasure chests. These are your gems, which you don't need those because you got those. And you won't need the coins because you have the coin. But you will be using your enemy tokens because they have indicators of what you need to pull out to do your encounters. So let's see if I can zoom in on, there we go. And there's more of the same. Ba-doop. So those are the advanced chits right there, which we have right here. They're the same size. And they're almost the same thickness as the acrylics. The acrylics are like slightly larger. Here's your experience and dials for each player. Here's your first player token if you did not have the deluxe chunky metal one. So, there you go. And then we have some damage tokens. And these are actually potion tokens, not health tokens. It's potion tokens. And I wonder if that's a misprint because it seems kind of like lopsided. Of course, I grabbed the one that wasn't printed right to show on camera. Oh well, it's perfectly fine. We all know it's a potion. But this is some high quality chipboard. This is some thick chipboard. So your player boards are dual layered. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very thick too. Look at that. That is a... There we go. That's definitely... So, this is not John's card, but your cards are going to go in here. Your little white trackers, which I have lost in the sauce, will go there. So as you upgrade, your new cards are going to be laid out into your spots. The artwork is pretty good. Look at him. He is shiny. He is looking fancy. He is the father of the Bergson family. He's a melee fighter. When you do fight your enemies, this half of the board is for melee combat, and this half is for range, so also known as near and far. So he can attack these 3 guys, but he need his range combat to reach these 3 guys. And all your items go down here. There is a neoprene mat that will also hold all of that, but I didn't get it because I have enough neoprene mats.
Liar!
But I do enjoy that each card slot, well, these will be your starter actions, is illustrated and colored. This is a very, very nice player board. There's nothing on the back. So this is going to be for each character. So there's a red dude. His name is Mark. He's the eldest son. Let's make sure I try not to glare the shit out of it. Then we have Kevin. He's our little green dual wielder. Then we have Linda. our mage slash archer. And then we have Lucy, the youngest, who looks like a mage person, magic user. Is there not a wife? She's the firstborn. I guess Mary's dead. They keep mentioning Mary, but I don't see a Mary, so I guess she didn't make it. Now, let's get this box out of the way so I can actually show you stuff. So the storybook is going to lay out like so. So your house cards would go here. Here, we'll just slap it right there. You got your narration. Then you open it and you can play the game. So, here, we'll use this is again the non-deluxe version player marker token. You would travel down the line. I'm going to bring that book up a little closer here in a second. So your bad guy tokens, they're going to be, I'm just going to use this as an example, will be sitting right there. You go down, you do your encounter, hopefully you succeed, and you continue on your adventure. So let me bring this little page up. This page has been on all the YouTube videos. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything by showing you the very first chapter page. So you follow these lines. Let's see if I can hold it without ripping anything. Follow the little lines, fight the bad guys until you get to the end. And then you would flip over to chapter 2. There's some additional setup stuff here. And then you would continue. I'm all for apparently breaking everything. And I don't know what that is. I'm probably not supposed to look at it. I screwed it all up. There we go. That's how it is. So that's the storybook. You have family trial, and then you have story mode. I think family trial may be standalones, because you can do one-off adventures if you don't feel like doing the campaign. So, you can play multiple ways. And you can play true solo on this. Now since I grabbed it, let's look at the additional player guy, who is Joey? Yep, Joey. I do. First, before we get really deep into this, I like that they did their expansion content in this plain brown box. Because you know we're all going to recycle it. This stuff's going right into the main box. So we got to save that shelf space. So you're going to get everything you need for Joey. So you get some additional dice. Same dice as before. Just 3. If I can get it to focus. There we go. You get his pack of cards. You get the Joey player aid / story. You get the parts to put his dial together. You get his little, what are they called? Draw a blank. Oh, okay. They just call them special tokens. So you get his special tokens, but since we have the acrylic version. And you get his player board, along with a storage guide on how to put everything back into the box. That would have probably been good to have in the big box, but I have a feeling they forgot to put it in the big box. And then they're like, everyone's going to buy Joey. Throw it in Joey's. And I can't seem to open Joey's packet. There we go. There we go. Joey. Joey looks like he's a big hammer dude. We'll also get this box out of the way, because it's ugly. It's just a box. It's going to get recycled tonight. So there's Joey. And again, this is all dual layered. And this has got, yeah, they did not spare any quality on making these things. I don't know if these are in the standard edition. I kind of hope they are, because I feel everybody should have those boards. These are some good boards. I'm impressed. I've never bought anything from this company, but I'm happy with it, and I'm looking forward to play. Do you guys want to see Joey's cards? Let's look at Joey's cards. I mean, I'm not going to show you much of them, but we can touch them. We are going to do the reboxing. So, we'll have all his special cards. We'll have his upgrades, his starter pack, we're going to have all his cards right here. He's ready to go. Additional cards for his brothers, sisters, and father and uncles and all that. Who is he? He is the son of Ben and an experienced brawler. So I guess he's Cousin Joey to everybody. But yeah, the expansion pack will come with extras for everyone, along with what you need for him, his upgrades, which are dual-sided, just like everyone else's, his whatever these are. I'll find out. Now on to the reboxing portion. Alright, welcome back. I went through and I got everything organized. Now I'm going to show you how I put it back into the box. Thankfully, this box has lots of room. It has good, already built organization, so it's pretty easy. So, I got all my dice in that bottom corner there. And if I buy the extra dice, if I let the dice goblin win, there's still plenty of room. I put them in the bucket. In this little spot right there. Plenty of room for the dice. I got my metal player token. I got my metal first player marker right there in their spots. I got the standard edition little marker. I didn't really know what to do with it, but I didn't want to just toss it in a drawer, so I get tossed into the game box. Along with that, I have the little health trackers. By the way, I don't think I showed, but these health trackers actually go onto your boards like so. So you want to start with full health, no focus, no evade, and then as you get it, they slide up like so. But you only got 4 sets of these because this is a 1 to 4 player game. Between the chapters, I believe you can rotate to different characters if you want to try someone new. So, we got my little markers. They're going to go in here. Now, this is the enemy tokens that you put on your little map, and the treasure tokens, and the hazard marker tokens, which are the purple ones right there. I just kind of stuck them all in that little baggie. They're all also in individually bags in there, and just wedge it down in there. Got the empty dice bag. I got the empty. Oh, wow, that's kind of spandexy. You see the stretch on that? I don't know if I like that or not, but we'll see if it lasts. Anyway, there's the token bag. I have the advanced tokens. I kept those because you need to keep those separate as you build your bag. And then I got your basic tokens. Again, when you pick your characters, you're going to have to put in their tokens. So I didn't want to just shove them into the bag because that didn't really make a lot of sense. For the player tuck boxes, I went through and I pulled out everybody's individual items, like their cards. Here, I will show you what's in Kevin's box. So, I have Kevin's talent deck, his advanced skills that he can upgrade to. They're not really secret. So, when I need them, I can pull them out of his little tuck box, or if I need to use this as a save box, I can just toss his card somewhere else in the box to get him out of the way. We will see what happens. And then I got his little tokens, his special ability tokens. And then I have his experience dial. And they're all color-coded. And bloop, it all fits right into the little tuck box, which is the size of a standard deck of cards, if you wanted to know the size of these tuck boxes. So I did that for everybody. And then the tuck boxes all are going to fit neatly in this little spot, which it's like it was designed for it. Oh, anyway, I went through and I put all the tokens. Let me remove the glare monster. There, I put the tokens. So I have my ferocious enemies. I have my 5 to 6 damage, my 3 to 4 damage, my 1 to 2 damage, my potions, my stuns, my gems, my coins, my rages, and the one I can't seem to ever remember, but they're all in there. And then the lid. And then this is right there. They did a good job on the organization. Now, Joey's expansion box came with a small little expansion that says it's called Family Traits Mini Expansion, and along with the shrine cards are in this little stack. Again, I use my little paper wraps to organize my stuff. I like it when things get all over the place. I put the items, bonds, and support cards all together. And then that little stack goes right on top of that one. I got my enemy and hazard cards all together. That goes right there. I have my boss cards all together. Ignore my handwriting, and they fit right in there. I didn't feel like they needed a double wrap because they're not. I'm hoping they don't slide around, but if they do, I can always just slap another. Also, this is the house and chapter cards right there. And now, this is your player aid. Double-sided. And then you also have an aid for whatever character you're playing. Double-sided as well. I am just going to leave those right there. They're not going to do anything. Then we have all 6 double-layered player boards. Go right on top. Storybook. Gonna go right here. And then I have the rule book and the storage guide that came with Joey. If I had the neoprene player mats, they would go on top of these. I don't have the neoprene player mats, so they ain't going there. But anyway, you got a good chunk of space right there, so that when the book goes on top of it, it will be fine. There's the rules, and now the lid. And that is Children of Morta reboxed. Also, in case you're wondering what happened to all the chipboard stuff that I did not need, it's right here. It's going to hang out in my board game bits and bobs box for a while until I make sure that there is nothing missing or I don't break anything. That is another problem. If you break something and you need a replacement part and you threw all your chits away, then you can't just grab it. Which, well, I have not had happen, and I hope never happens to me. But this was Children of Morta. It looks like a very good campaign. I like that it's small. It will definitely fit on my table. I like that I can play it solo, completely solo, all by myself, not having to worry about anything. I don't have to get a group together. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do enjoy bag building and going on adventures. Also, this campaign's not like 100 hours long, so I might actually finish it. Okay, so that's Children of Morta. Thank you for watching. If you like my stuff, comment, like, subscribe, come back for more. Watch everything else. We are trying to grow the channel, so every little bit helps, and I will see you in the next one.